Great. GDQ has been such a wholesome part of my life. My dad was recently diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, so this cause has become even more important to me. A big thank you to all the staff and runners for all that you do. Thank you, Ajax. Got a $150 donation from Texas and Biome. Congratulations, achievement unlocked. 10 years, games done quick. Thank you for all of the great work. I've got $20 for Marcus183. Well done, everyone in the Pokemon block. Hoping to see lots more donations throughout the Mega Man X block. Hype! Got a $100 donation from Bran Farlig127. I love the GDQ events. Shout out to the tech crew and the other people behind the scenes that make these happen. Let's get some more Pokemon in this GDQ. This donation goes towards the Pokemon Blue Taskbot run. Oh, also, shout out to the Pineapple on the Couch, Best Commentator 2020. Awesome. It sounds like QT66 is ready to go, so let's get some hype for Mega Man X4.
Hello everyone, welcome back to AGDQ 2020. Upcoming, it is our Mega Man X block, and I see our hall is filled with people so hyped for this block, right? So we have X4, X3, and Mega Man X for the lineup, and to kick off the block, we have QTT6 here to present Mega Man X4 100%. QTT, would like to say anything?
No.
No?
So I think we can start it soon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I counted the time from 3, 2, 1.
Go, yes.
Sorry, I'm kind of nervous for it because this is my first run on solo with solo. So yeah, it's kind of nervous for me, but I will try to do my best.
Okay, and I am ID 9000. I'll be providing commentary for this run. And the person next to me, it is TGM3. He will be providing moral support and say hello to everyone. Yeah, what do you expect from the person wearing this mask, right? Okay, so Mega Man X4 100%. This is the first X game where you can control Zero. And unlike X has many upgrades and armors to get, for Zero 100%, you only have to get 8 heart upgrades, 2 HP tanks, and 1 weapon tank. So here, just now you just saw that QTT broke that wall very quickly. It is because he was using a technique called Saber Dash Cancel, or SDC. This is a trick that makes Zero to be able to destroy a lot of boss and enemies very fast, because a normal complete Saber attack has 3 phases. It would sound like... However, the first and the second slash, they do not trigger the invisibility frame or for most enemies and bosses. And during these phases, you can actually cancel them with a dash. So you will be able to repeat the first and second attack like this. Or in some cases, you can just repeat the first attack only, like this. Yes, so this is the Saber Dash Cancel. So now you can see upcoming, it is our first boss for the introduction stage. And here, QTT was try to stay on the left of the stage to manipulate the boss not to fly up. And it seems like he got it. And we finished our first boss for Mega Man X4. So for SDC, actually, for us coming from Taiwan, we actually give it a name. It is called 回天剑舞 or 开天剑舞 in Japanese. And by the meaning in English, it is a sword dance that defies crisis. Yeah, and we took this name from the Japanese manga. So to succeed in using this SDC, you do not just spam, because actually you need to time every slash. You have to see that your slash is shown on screen so that you can know that it has hit the enemy. It has to be shown on the screen, and then you can cancel it so that you can successfully do the SDC. So now it is an introduction to the 8 Mavericks that you will see in X4. So coming up, it is our first boss for today. It is the Magma Dragoon. And actually, the Capcom, they have included some of the descriptions for these bosses. He betrayed the irregular hunters and hid himself inside a volcano. Yeah, some of these descriptions are actually pretty interesting. So now you can see that when QTT is moving, he is not doing full dashes. He's using dash and then jump, because this is how he would be able to stay in full speed. Because in this game, if you do a full dash, there will be a delay. So we only use full dash in some of the parts of the run. So, and also here you will be seeing he will be taking some damage. And this is because getting the damage, you will have some iframes, and you can use those iframes to get through enemies or obstacles. So coming up right here, this is one of the first hard tank that you will have to get in order to reach 100%. And let's see if he makes a jump. Let's try.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that is actually not that easy. You need to have a nice visual cue and the correct pixels to get that jump in first try. So now we're going to go to our first boss, Magma Dragoon. Here you will be seeing QTT utilizing the SDC, and by only the first hit, he will be able to kill the boss very quickly, as long as the boss is very cooperative. So the attack we want to see is that the Dragoon stays in place and spit fire. Oh, the boss is not cooperating. Yeah, but he still finished the boss fairly quickly. Yeah, so this is sometimes why we also call SDC the Sword of Disrespect, because we kill all these bosses so quickly, we are not respecting their presence. Okay, so now we have learned the first upgrade to our saber, the Liu Jin, basically the flame blade, dragon flame blade. So we will be using this dragon flame blade in lots of parts of the run. So this is also one of the reasons why we do this stage first. So upcoming, here is the second Maverick, the Cyber Peacock. So beginning from the level, you will be seeing one of the most common theme in GDQ, orbs. Yes, these are yellow orbs. And you can also see that when you finish each of this level, you will see you will get a rank. And you will need rank S to be able to get the item that you just saw over there. So the first room doesn't really matter if you get the item or not. But this second room, it is very crucial, because you must get a rank S to be able to get a heart tank. And you just now see QTT slash on that yellow orb. This is because if you slash more on the orb, you will be able to make it move faster. And now he got the heart piece, so this stage we will not have to collect other items. And here comes the third phase, where it is also timed. In this part, you can see that there are a lot of precise wall jumps that you have to time. Great job. And basically, Mega Man X4, it is a really execution-based game, because apart from the boss RNG, the most part that you need is execution. So now we're going to Area 2 of cyberspace, and this part, you will be able to see that there are these buttons. These buttons will flip the stage upside down, and there are these big purple balls. You will have to use them to maybe remove some obstacles. Just like the one you see here, when they hit the purple blocks, and they will remove it. So you will have to press the button to be able to go through this level. So now we will be going to the boss, the Cyber Peacock. And here in the first phase, you will be able to see, depending on the location of the peacock, QTT might use different strategies to fight this boss. If the peacock shows up in the middle, then QTT will use a flame blade immediately, and if showed up on the sides, then QTT will use an air slash and then the flame blade. Oh, this is actually really good because we want it to be on the top left corner as soon as possible, because this is the way that we can do more damage than doing usual flame blade attacks. Wow, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, that's a very fast kill of the boss. Okay, so now after the Cyber Peacock, we actually learn a new technique here. This is called the Dakuho-ha. This is the Fallen Phoenix Crush. And this will be actually very crucial for a boss coming up later. And now, the third Maverick, the Split Mushroom. So in the first part of the stage, it is also a movement stage. And here you can see on these stairs, QTT will be using a technique called Forward Long Jump, FLJ, not to be confused with BLJs. So after a lot of stairs and climbing, later we will be reaching a mini-boss. But before the mini-boss, I think it is a good time for some donations.
Awesome, thank you so much. We've got a $5 donation from IC Kid that says, "Hello, we are from Taiwan and watching AGDQ with lots of people here. We're so glad that QTT6 can play Mega Man X4 on GDQ. QTT, just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on."
Woo! Thank you, IC Kid.
Yeah, thank you, IC Kid.
Thank you.
And actually, it is like about 5 a.m. in Taiwan right now. So, yeah, they are staying up all night to watch this. And here you can see that this is the mid-boss. QTT6 has to put 0 in a specific position so that he can get it in place. Then he will be using the Flame Blade and see if he can get it in one try. Yes, it is because this middle boss, the Flame Sword when it always stay in the enemy hitbox, it will keep on damaging it. So this is why he can kill the mid-boss very fast. So upcoming next, this will be a auto-scroller stage. So and before that, we have to collect a heart piece too. So now as we reach the auto-scroller, I think it is we have some more time for about 2 donations.
Beautiful. We've got $300 from James V.
Whoa, 300.
Excited for X-Block, my favorite of the Mega Mans. Putting the rest of my donation money towards that blue Taz. We've got $50 from Connor Sweeney that says, "The Mega Man block is always my favorite block because it was the first speedrun that I watched and it will always hold a special place in my heart. Can't wait to see all of the Mega Man action."
I think we can have one more.
Awesome. We've got $25 from Dar78, staying up late for Mega Man X. Love from Belgium.
Okay, so here you'll be able to see QTT6. He should be able to skip that blind climb, but it seems like he did not get it. But it's okay. Here we are coming to the Split Mushroom boss. And for the Split Mushroom boss, he's not a fun guy. He got no RNG here. So this is basically a scripted fight. As long as you are using the correct techniques, then you can basically finish it pretty much the same for every time. So and very soon, just one more hit and Split Mushroom is down. So now, after defeating the Split Mushroom, Zero will learn a technique, an upgrade that is called Kuenbu, also Sky Waltz. And for Sky Waltz, it will get Zero a second jump And also, it will change some specifics about the jump, the air slash. And to some bosses, the damage increased from 2 to 3, but to some bosses, the damage is decreased from 3 to 2. So later in the boss refights, you will be able to see that QTT will be using some different strategies when it comes to air slashes. And now, this one is the Jet Stingray. This is basically a bike stage. And here, QTT will be using the dashes to be able to speed up this level. And if you also, the timing of using every dash is, you can use an audio cue for that. And if you do them correctly, you can actually speed up, like completing this stage 33% faster. And since this is just basically using dashes all the way, so I think this is still another great time for 2 to 3 donations.
Thank you very much. We've got a $500 donation.
Whoa!
PK Battery Staple, the 20XX guy. Always great to see QTT playing the best Mega Man X at GDQ. Hoo-ha-hoo! We've got a $10 donation from Bood85. Longtime viewer, second time donating. Good luck to QTT6. It's 5:33 a.m. and I'm staying up just to watch this live. Greetings from Malaysia. And we've got $75 from Coconut Commander. Go, go, Mega Man. Also, honk.
Okay, so we are now coming up to the boss. So the biggest RNG of this boss, it is very similar to the Storm Eagle in X, is that it will be diving into the water, and we do not want the Stingray to dive into water because it has a long animation and we will not be able to hit it. So let's see. Okay, one dive. Two. And after we reach the half of its HP, we will see when will it go down. And here you will be able to see by using the yes, by using the SDC, QTT can kill it very fast. Okay, so coming up, the next stage, it will be the Web Spider. And the Web Spider stage, the boss actually has a pretty interesting quick kill. So we will be talking about that later and see if can QTT get it. And if he successfully did a quick kill, it can save him up to 26 seconds. So the first part of the Web Spider stage, this is basically another execution heavy stage, and you will be able to see some of the most intense actions here in the waterfall climb. So now is also we can have some donations, like about 3.
Excellent. We've got a $1,000 donation from Xanatos. Let's kick this Mega Man X 100% block off right.
Wow, 1,000.
We've got a $200 donation from Key Deep Try. Super excited for the Mega Man block and happy to donate for a great cause. Thank you to all the runners, people behind the scenes who make this happen. Also, honk. We've got a $100 donation without a name that says, this Mega Man X4 run has been great. Execution and commentary are top notch.
Thank you. Okay, so here now we're in the area 2 of this stage, and later you will see there are a lot of bees inside here, and you can see that QT here will be taking damage from the bees, and he's doing that because if you take damage in air, it will reset the ReZero's ability to do the dash or other air actions again. So that is why he took damage there, so that he can keep on dashing. And here is the heart that he have to collect for this stage. And upcoming will be the boss very shortly, and we'll see if he can get a quick kill. So if you see the spider here, there is a string on his back. So later QTT will see if he will damage himself with that string and see if he can do missed it just by a little bit. So you can try it again. Oh, you can see that he did you can see the boss HP depleted very fast. Just land. That is because when you are using an air spin, when you are using air spin on that, you will be able to damage him. And when the spider goes off screen, it actually does not replenish its ice frames. So you will be able to keep on damaging it. And actually this stage, because it has a lower ceiling, so it will be a little bit more difficult to do the quick kill. But we will see if he can do it on the refights. So coming up, the next stage, the Storm Owl. So for the Storm Owl, the first part, it will basically be 0 going through the stage on a Mac. And there is one thing that you can notice. You will notice now when QTT goes on the Mac. So now you can see that on the Mac, QTT is moving while charging. Usually when you play this game, if you are charging your weapon, you will not be able to move or do any other actions. But if you press jump or dash while charging before you touch the ground, you can actually keep on moving without being restricted to be staying on the ground for charging. And here, coming to area 2. Oh! Oh! Close call. Well, how did he do that spike jump? Well, actually, that spike on the top, it does not have a hitbox. Yeah. And actually, what just now, QTT was very close to do a 2-cycle kill on that mid-boss. And actually, a 2-cycle kill is very difficult. So now we're coming to the boss. This boss, QTT can use the sound cue to know it is coming from left or right. But whether it is coming from up or down, it is RNG. So now you can see QTT is utilizing third slash, because in this boss, the third slash, it has no iframes to the third slash. Oh, just a little bit. Okay, we still got it. Yeah, this is because this boss doesn't have iframes to the third slash, so QTT will have to time his first and second slash to be able to get the first slash to hit the boss correctly. Then you can damage the boss and deduct a lot of his HP in a very short amount of time. And actually, after you get this upgrade, the saber of 0 will turn from green to purple. So coming up, the next stage is Slash Beast. And this Slash Beast, it will be a level on a train. And actually, from transitioning to area 1 to area 2, it is actually cycle based. So if you waste some time in here, that is okay, because you will have to wait until the cycle reach, then you can go to the next stage. So if you have heard about Super Mario Bros., it has a frame rule. It is something similar to that. And I would like to quote Darvian's bus example. It is like you want to go to the next stage, you have to wait for the bus. So just like this one, if you are there early, you still have to wait until the bus came, then you can go to the next stage. So before we transition to the area 2, there is also another boss. And that mid-boss, we will be using the Spin Slash. And a spin slash, it is usually goes right in a circle. And you can see here, he's turning clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Yes. This is because the first 4 hits, and then after the first 4 hits, he have to change his direction to the other side, and the other 4 hits will hit the boss too. So that is why he can a maximum 8 hits on the boss in one spin attack. So the rest of the stage is basically just taking some damage to go through the enemies quickly so we can have some more donations.
I've got $25 from the Mega Buck that reads, brought my 8-year-old son Rock to see his namesake Mega Man block for his first GDQ. Go Rockman!
Go Rockman!
Dire Ware Chicken donates $20 and says, had to donate for this Monster X4 run. QTT6 is just dominating.
Almost choking.
We've got $20 from Mikhail86 that reads, love from Sweden, gotta go fast.
Okay, so now we're coming to the boss, the Slash Beast. So here, we will also be utilizing the SDC. And what we want to see is the boss to do a pattern of 2 jumps and 1 roar. That would be the best RNG. So let's see. Okay, the first one is good. Oh, this is actually the best RNG we can get. Okay, nice. Yeah, this attack pattern is what we want because this is the way that we can do most damage to it. So actually you can see now QDT's here. He's playing on a PC version of the game. And Mega Man X4 is actually released on multiple platforms, GameCube, PC, and PS. And they all have different load times. GameCube have the fastest load time, and then it's PC and PS1. So PlayStation version on the leaderboard is considered the standard version. So faster versions, they will have load times converted to match the PS load times. And for example, PC, its load times is about 1 minute and 39 seconds faster. So yeah, on the leaderboards, it will be converted. And now, QDT, he just despawned an enemy by using a dash and then a flame blade, because on the pit below there used to be an enemy. But if he used that, if he used those inputs, then he will be able to despawn an enemy, and then he can leave that area very fast. So this stage is the Frost Walrus, and which is the last Maverick stage in this game. So right now, it is also a good time for some more donations.
Fantastic. We've got $250 from
Ooh.
Mahadros. I love seeing all these amazing runs and the great cause they're all for. Best of luck to all the runners.
So here, this boss, we'll see if we can get the good RNG. Ooh, it's okay, because what we don't want to see is that it's claws. We don't want to see the claws closed, because if the claws are closed, we will not be able to hit him. And here we will be chopping off the ice blocks. He will be utilizing the first and second slash. This is because these ice cubes, they have 3 HP each, and by using the first and second slash, the combined damage is also 3. So we will be able to clear these ice blocks very fast by using the first and the second slash. And now you can see that there are some ice phoenix. You can see them on the stage. They seems to be there are some effects on it. We do not want it to fully do it, because it will try to froze all the stage, and there will be an animation, and it takes time. So we will try either just try to run past it or try to kill it. So here, this is one of the hardest boss according to QTT. Yes, and basically on this stage, what you have to do is Flame Blade all the way. And you can see those are the iframes. Nice. Okay, so after the 8 Mavericks, now we're going to the Colonel. So in the first part of the Colonel, there is some intense movement tech involved. So actually, There is, as we mentioned before, by choosing 0, we do not have a lot of upgrades and armor, but actually there is a black 0 that exists in X4. And there are some rumors on the internet says that black 0, it got higher attack powers and things like that. However, Mythbuster for today, black 0, it is purely cosmetic. Yeah, it does not have more attack power. And so here will be the climbing up, and here QTT will be using a damage boost here and see if he can get it. Yes, yeah. He got it. Yes, there is a damage boost, and with a wall kick, he would be able to go up very fast. And now it is to fight the Colonel. And for Colonel, we will be using the Ice Stab that we just got from the Frost Walrus. And actually, the timing of these ice stabs, you have to take care of them too, because you can see sometimes his ice stab can do up to 2 or even 3 damages by using one ice stab. This is because when you stab the Colonel, when you stab it when it is changing actions, you will be able to damage it twice. And if it is constantly changing actions, you can sometimes even damage it 3 times. So coming up, it is the waifu stage.
Waifu?
Yes. Is Iris your waifu?
Hi. Also my waifu?
Yes.
Okay. I like waifu. Nice.
Yeah. So here, after these parts, it will be the Iris fight. So in the Iris fight, from first, you will see that QTT will be doing air slash 8 air slash, because after that you have to hit the mech 8 times, then the core will come out, then you can do actual damage to Iris. So starting the fight, you will see QTT using the air slash to damage it 8 times, and then it will be Flame Blade, 2 air slash and flame blade repeated in this cycle, and you can see that his flame blade is actually interrupted by getting hit. And this is because during the flame blade, the flame blade animation is quite long, and you do not want 0 to go all the way up to the ceiling because it wastes time. So that is why you will get hit during the flame blade, so you can kill the boss faster by using 2 air slash and then start another flame blade. Yes, due to some technical difficulties, we will not be able to see the legendary cutscene. And here, before we fight the general, here QTT will be taking the lower route. The lower route is the faster route. And here, Colonel is actually a RNG fest, because because sometimes it can cost you up to minutes if the general is not doing the action that you want. So what we want is that its fist to come out, but sometimes it will be flying around all the time and you will not be able to damage it, because the only place you can damage the general, it is his head. So nope. Now we can only use some slashes here and see if we can get a better attack pattern. Okay, we got it. This is the attack that we want. Take a look at the HP.
Oh, yeah!
So here you can see QTT is utilizing the first slash. Because this boss has no iframes to the first slash, so every frame that his first slash saber is in his hitbox, it will hit. So that is why he's killing the boss so fast. And that is also why he's using full slash instead of very short slashes. And now we will be coming to the signature 8 Mavericks refight here. So these refights, some of them we will be using different strategies, and some of them we will be using the same one. So I think now it's time we can have 1 donation.
All right, thank you so much. We've got. Let's see what we've got. We've got $25 from Comic Chaser. Had to donate during one of the best Mega Man games. X4 hype.
Hype!
Yes, so you can see, first boss down, very fast. So coming up here, you will see that QTT is getting a HP replenish. And actually, after you finish each boss, there will be an HP replenish item there. But basically, we'll only get that once, unless only when the time maybe we got take too much damage, so that QTT will have to take another HP refill. But usually just one. So now let's see if we can get the quick kill of Spider. Get it? We get the first part, but still not the second part. Yeah, because the second part is totally RNG. Because if we want to get the second part of the first kill, the spider has to appear at the place where 0 is at, but that is pure luck. But we have finished the second boss here. So the next one is a refight of the Peacock. And here you will see QTT, he will not be using the air slash here because, as we mentioned, after getting Sky Waltz, your air slash damage to this boss has reduced from 3 to 2. So the most efficient way for this boss in the refight now is just to use all these flame blades, instead of slashing it. So actually, there is one thing that, well, it's sort of like in a meme in the Taiwanese X4 community. We often call this peacock a Taiwanese peacock, and this meme is back to the Justin TV ages. Because players, they basically take voice clips of a streamer shouting out Taiwanese profanity and replace the peacock's voice. Yeah, and it sounds ridiculous. It's pretty silly, but of course you will not hear it here. But you can take a look at QTT's PB video, it's there. Okay, so the rest of the refights, they are pretty much the same, so we can have more donations.
Fantastic. I've got $50 from S. Herzog that says, I'll donate another $50 if we can hear more 0 sound effects from the couch. I've got $50 from Raven's Chakra. Longtime watcher and finally able to donate. QTT6 and the couch is amazing. Honk!
Honk! Honk!
I've got $40 from Mad God Rando. Let's go Mega Man X Block and let's get this Pokemon Blue TAS. Shoutouts to the crew behind the scenes keeping everything running. We've got $75 from Zed Prinny to defeat cancer and to kick all the master robots in the Mega Man X series. Also, let's see Tasspot destroy Pokemon Blue. I've got a $500 donation from SciCast153 with no comment, but thank you so much for that donation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've got a no name, no comment donation for $200.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you.
From Seiryu X, we've got $25 that says, I'm mega extra hyped for the Mega Man X Block. Keep rocking and rolling, all you runners.
Yes, and you can see the mushroom is rolling right now.
I've got $100 with no comment and no name. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are now approaching the end of these refights.
I've got $100 from Connor Recan. We don't have all of Task Block unlocked yet. Let's get those donations in, everyone. Got $30 from Hop and Pop. Loving this year's GDQ. Big ups to everyone who helps make this event possible. From the generous donors watching at home, to the runners and fans in the convention hall, to the hard workers who never emerge from behind the scenes. These events make me proud to be a gamer.
Okay, so now we're going into the last three fights. And here, before we go into the last Sigma fight boss, I would like to introduce someone to you.
Waifu!
Yes, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is Sixjang. This is basically QTT's daughter, according to himself. Yeah, this is an artwork commissioned by himself. Yeah, so Sixjang is also here on the couch, providing moral support too. Okay, so what, you don't like your daughter on the couch? Okay, so now we're coming back to the final fight, to the mastermind of this game, the Sigma. So Sigma fight, it has 3 phases. The first phase, only the flame blade will give damage to the boss. So here you'll be seeing QTT using flame blades. And some of them have to be timed so that you can attack it when it is doing some actions. So you can see he damaged here once and another one on the way. Okay, now we're done with the first phase. And here is the second phase. So the second phase, the first part is pretty much scripted. The side thief will go for 1 spin, and then QTT will try to lure the side thief to go on the wall so that the lasers will not hit him. And then he will get a damage, go to the back of Sigma, and do SDC to finish it quickly. So now we're coming to the final phase of Sigma. And here, there are 2 Sigmas that you will have to kill. One is on the wall and one is on the ground.
Are you ready for your final journey?
So you will also see these heads. You will see 3 colors of them. Only the one that is attacking you that you will have to defeat it so that you can continue to the next phase. And actually in this Sigma on the floor, there are 2 types of attack that it can do. It can be sucking in things, or it can be blowing out. What we want to see is sucking in, so that, but now the QTT didn't got it, and see if he can get it for the second time. And we done with the first one. Woo! Okay, this is the pattern that we want to see. Doing some damage, iframes manipulation, yeah, and we're done. However, it's not time yet. It's not time yet. We will say time when when 0 reaches the last platform. So get ready, time. Okay, so QTT, would you like to say anything?
So a special shout for the Mega Man X community. I think it's still practicing for the next program, which is Mega Man X Relay. And for me, I have been playing Speedrun for a very long while, probably 5 more years. And Mega Man X4 is my very first game to Speedrun, and I took, I'm not quite sure like how much time to practice it. So when AGDQ comes to submit a run, and I decide to try to submit my X4 run, X4 100%, and I'm very glad I can show the stuff, everything I learned in this game and show to you guys. So I'm very happy with it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so now and actually this GDQ, this is actually a dream come true for the three of us, because we actually have been planning to come to a GDQ for several years, and we finally did it this time. And so actually coincidentally, today is also the presidential election of Taiwan today, so it is actually a dilemma for us to choose between. And it is actually a very hard choice, but we reach a conclusion. No matter where you are in the world, you can use your own way to help others. Today, we choose to be here for the great cause of preventing cancer, and we believe that it is a very meaningful decision. And in the meantime, to all the viewers in Taiwan, on this important day, you can make the decision that you think is correct. And we will not be able to finish this run without all of your support. Thank you, GDQ, and everyone for this great event. Let's give QTT another round of applause.
Yeah!
So stay tuned, because we have X3 and Mega Man X coming.
Thank you, QTT6, for that amazing run. All right, let's get some donations out, shall we? We've got $100 from O-Star. X4 at GDQ. I gotta donate for a run of my favorite games of all time. Thank you for GDQ for all that you do. I've been watching for 8 years and enjoyed every second of it. What are we fighting for? We're fighting to beat cancer. I've got $100 from the Crank Machine. An excellent run with 0 mistakes. QTT6 is so focused, nerves as hard as a rock, man. The need to donate is irresistible. And naturally, I have to double up on the puns. I'll be back with more puns like the maverick I am. I've got $75 from Calendar. I've been looking forward to the X Block all week. Wonderful seeing some of my favorite childhood games get decimated. I've got $100 from Milzilla. Shout out to our host, Cute Thulu. She's doing a wonderful job. Hey, that's me. I've got $50 from Ediot130. I've been excited for the X Block all week. My expectations could not be higher for these exceptional runners. I've experienced these games myself as a kid, so seeing them run except expedited should be extraordinary. Anyway, I'll wrap up my extensive comment. Good luck running Mega Man. What is that, 10? We're gonna run it over to a Twitch ad. I'll be right back. And welcome back. I've got a $25 donation from the one and only 747. Hey GDQ, it's been one heck of a week and about time I threw some money in the pot. My mother has dealt with cancer twice, but she's still with us while others are not as lucky. Let's get cancer down a peg or two, and let's see even more Pokemon with that task run. We've got another $17 from Mitch Z that says, come on, let's get that task goal met. I agree, we are just a little bit under $100,000 to get that task block incentive met, so please donate towards that because I want to see more Pokemon. I want to see more TaskBot. I've got a $500 donation from Brainiac744. And it simply says, honk. We got $25 from Prismatic. Loving this Mega Man X4 run. Donating towards Pokemon Blue TaskBot run. I've got $15 from Honkman X4. Fantastic run, great couch, and wonderful host voice. Thank you everyone for this amazing event. Love from France. Merci beaucoup mon ami.